Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday, June 20th, 2024, and Joan McDonald, Chair of the New York State Bridge Authority. I will call the roll. Maria Bruni.
Present.
Alex Berardi.
Present.
Lanny Gilbert.
Present.
Michael O'Brien.
Present.
All right, everybody is here. We have a quorum. The meeting has been noticed as per the New York State open meeting and public disclosure laws, and I will now ask for a motion to open the meeting. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Michael. First up is we have two committee meetings today. So first is the Audit Committee Chair, Alex Berardi. Alex?
Thank you, Joan. We've already done roll call, so I'll just confirm that I'm here, Maria's here, and Ronnie's here, so we will begin the meeting. First, we are looking to adopt the minutes of the March 21st Committee of the Whole meeting. Thank you, Maria. Second. Ronnie. I'll do the roll. Maria Bruni.
Aye.
Ronnie Gilbert.
Aye.
And I, Alex Berardi, and I. The meeting minutes are adopted. Next up is the engagement letter, audit plan, internal control systems auditor award, and we will turn to Brian Bruchak.
Thank you. Good morning. This is really just a continuation of a previous award from May of 2021. As part of the authority's requirement to support a program of internal control review based on the Internal Control Act, the authority contracted with Tronconi Sagara to perform these activities to support that requirement. Attached in this particular item is both the annual engagement letter and the audit plan. The engagement is for a total cost of $20,500, consistent with the original award back in 2021. For the year 2024, the three areas that will be reviewed or audited, if you will be procurement, accounts payable, and travel, as well as IT security. And lastly, what we perform review on every year is total revenue.
Does anybody have any questions? No. Hearing none, can we get a motion to approve the internal control systems auditor award? So moved. Thanks, Lonnie. A second?
Second.
Maria, I'll go ahead and do the roll. Maria Bruni.
Aye.
Lonnie Gilbert.
Aye.
And I, Alex Berardi, and I. The internal control systems auditor award is adopted and will be moved forward to the entire board later this meeting. Next up is the engagement letter for the independent account services.
Okay, similar to the internal control systems auditor, the authority is required to go and have a financial statement auditor. Financial statement auditor, EFPR group, who the board meets or sees every year, saw them last couple months ago in March when the annual report was provided. We also awarded a contract in 2021, June of 2021. The amount for the year 2024 is $19,400. The engagement this year, based on current planning, is pretty simple. The engagement letter is attached. It's really just financial statement preparation review or assist us with preparation.
And they've done a great job for many years, so.
Yes, they've been very competitive in terms of cost, and we've utilized them for honestly longer than I've been here, so more than 14 years.
Any questions? Hearing none, can we get a motion to approve the independent account services award?
So moved.
Lonnie, second.
Second.
I'll do the roll. Maria Bruni.
Aye.
Lonnie Gilbert.
Aye.
And I, Alex Berardi, and I. So the engagement letter with the independent account services has been adopted, and we'll also move that on to the full board. Is there any other business from the audit committee members? No other business. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Back to you, John.
All right. Thank you, Audit Committee. We'll now move into the Finance Committee. Michael O'Brien, Chair.
Thank you. I already have the roll done. May I have a motion to adopt the minutes of the March 21st, 2024 meeting?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
That's adopted. Next up is a review of the quarterly operations report for 1Q 204. Turn it over to Brian to recap.
Thank you. As previously noted, traffic increased roughly 3.04%. The total revenue increased 9.14%, consistent with the last phase of the 4 year total increase that began in 2019 and ended in 2023. Interest income is doing very well. We increased another 539,000 to 1,469,000 year to date. Miscellaneous receipts declined a little bit, likely based upon timing of some fiber leasing activity and some expiring leases. Change in fair market value investments showed income of 377, the reversal from last year's adjustment. It's a non-cash expenditure. Operating expenses increased 513,000, made up of 143 associated with contractually obligated wage and salary increases. Health insurance increased 140,000 as a result of higher rates from NYSBA, or the New York State's health insurance. Commercial insurance was increased 144,000 associated with prevailing market rate increases, and supplies and materials increased 95,000 based on some procurements of some software that were done earlier this year as opposed to last year. Repairs and maintenance decreased 179 on the timing of payments to our toll system under our toll systems contract, and electronic toll costs increased 50,000 on payments for the customer service center, or accruals for payments for the customer service center. Operating expenses were budgeted 51.1, which includes 8.6 million for post-employment accrual benefits and 1.6 billion for depreciation on the walkway over the Hudson. That'll be booked at year end. 7.1 million was spent year to date, and overall, the capital program budgeted 34.8 million. We've only spent 0.7 million because this is pre-construction season. This item is forwarded to the board, but no action is required by the board.
Any questions or comments?
Thank
I would
you.
just add, it's a great report. I mean, it's, from a operation standpoint, as well as, obviously traffic was cooperating, but operations too. So, thank you.
We're doing a bit better than we originally expected coming out of COVID. We did our last traffic engineer.
So do I have a motion to approve the,
Vote on it's not needed.
oh, not needed. Yeah. Thank you for that moment. Okay, next item is the 2024 Maintenance Reserve Fund balance determination. Brian?
Okay, thank you. This item is required annually under a bond resolution. It's attached to this item is a certificate from Majeski and Masters, the consulting engineer and an authorized officer of the authority, indicating the required balance supporting section 7.12 in the maintenance reserve fund is 139,238,000. So what does this represent? Similar to the other balance determinations that are brought to the board annually, it determines the maximum amount allowable in that fund. So what does that mean? It means that funds that come into the authority that roll through a waterfall, if you will, first to debt service and operating expenses and things like that. Once it rolls down to the maintenance fund, which is available for capital program activities, once it hits 139 million, at that point, it would roll to the general fund. In the history of this authority, we have never had funds roll to the general fund. Right now, the balance in the maintenance reserve fund stands at approximately $110 million, and the balance to get to the 139 will be derived from all excess tolling above and beyond debt service and operating expenses received between now and 2 years from now. The balance of 139,238 represents the capital program for the current year and the coming 2 years, meaning that, again, we don't have all the money necessary to go and support the capital program, but we expect to go and derive that from future tolls.
Okay.
Yes.
Questions or comments?
Nope.
We do need to approve this and report it out. So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes. Any other business? That's stated. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Okay.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right. We will now commence with the regular board meeting agenda. Chris, do we have any public comments?
Not today.
Okay, then we will move into the Community Appreciation and Employee Recognition Awards. We have one today for the Newburgh Beacon Bridge Maintenance Crew, and Greg Hill is here on behalf of the crew. Come on up, Greg. Yeah, you got have fun listening to all of the finance and audit. On June 4th, 2024, the Newburgh Beacon Bridge Maintenance Crew assisted the New York State Department of Transportation on a right lane closure of I-84 eastbound between exit 39 to 41. Ryan from New York State DOT stated, "I can't tell you how much of a help this was to us so we could mill and fix potholes by the exit 41 on-ramp. Your crews at the Bridge Authority are very well trained and did a wonderful job working with us today. Since the crew is out doing what they're supposed to do, they're not all here, but Greg is here on their behalf, but I do want to read all of their names. Greg Hill, foreman. John McGrath, assistant foreman. Ryan Joyce, assistant foreman. Todd Appler, Brandon Boyce, Michael Cahill, Gregory Fulton, Jake Goldsmith, Ryan Griffiths, William Mackey, Brian Mazziarello, Ralph Ronda, and Tyler Yukowick. So on behalf of all of you, thank you so much for the work that you do. And make sure that on days like today, everybody's hydrated. We have, and here's the individual. Great, thank you. Okay.
Feel underdraft.
Thank you.
Right. Next up is to adopt the annual and regular meeting minutes of May 22nd, 2024. Do any of the board members have questions or comments on the meeting minutes of May 22nd? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the annual and regular meeting minutes of May 22nd, 2024? Thank you, Lanny. Do I have a second?
Second,
All right, I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni. Aye. Alex Berardi.
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert.
Aye.
Michael O'Brien.
aye.
And I vote in the affirmative. The resolution, the meeting minutes are approved and adopted. Next up, Minoshka's director reports.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. Good morning to all the commissioners and directors and Chris. Okay, so this month we issued the RFP for engineering design for the deck replacement and widening of the sidewalks of the Bear Mountain Bridge. We also added 2 options that are being explored to include the terrain fencing and or solar panels in the bridge. Proposals are due July 12th. We have received 20 firms that have requested a copy of the RFP, so we are very excited. Summer internship positions, our summer interns starting on May 28th. I'll have to say that our intern is the most excellent girl ever, so I'm very happy with this program. We had our first time maintenance career workshop that was held on June 7th. After learning briefly about the history of the authority, the interns visited the Mid-Hudson Bridge maintenance. While there, they rotated through various hands-on learning stations, focusing on welding and plasma cutting, automotive mechanics, carpentry, plumbing, specialized equipment, fall protection, and hard hat protection. So thanks to our maintenance employees for sharing their expertise with our interns. Strategic planning, we continue to fine-tune the strategic planning for the authority. Directors are now in the process of reviewing the draft plan that we expect to share with employees and our board members before to collect their review and input in the upcoming months before we bring it to the board. In terms of travels and training, our PIO, Chris Stever, completed the Hudson Valley Pattern for Progress Fellows Program. That is a very competitive program, so congratulations to Chris on being accepted to the program and completing the program. This brings professionals from multiple counties together for sessions with guest presenters, focusing on critical issues facing the Hudson Valley region, such as zoning, infrastructure, and population shifts. Julianne Esbro, Jeremy Brady, Jeremy Harrelson, and our intern, Jennifer Sand from the IT department, attended the New York State ITS Cybersecurity Conference in Albany on June 4th and 5th. The above staff plus Francine attended the Hudson Valley Cybersecurity Summit on June 18th. The Dutchess County Office of Central and Information Services presents the annual conference in partnership with Marist College. Then command center administrators and security technicians took part in online training for bomb threat preparedness and response, as well as CPR and de-escalation training. In terms of community, we had a very successful visit from the Dominican Republic Minister of Public Works during the week of June 3rd to the 7th. NYSBA, along with New York State DOT and the MTA Bridges and Tunnels, as well as the Executive Chamber, hosted a delegation consisting of vice ministers and directors from the DR for a professional technical exchange. They visited several locations during the different days. They started from the NYSBA bridges to the New York State DOT Hudson Valley Traffic Management Center. At the MTA, they visited also the command center, as well as one of their moving bridges. They visited the Coast Guard and other locations. Congressman Adriano Espaillat also came and meet with the delegation while they were in the city. So thank you to the DOT, MTA, Bridges and Tunnels, and the governor's office for helping us facilitate this visit. And a joint press release was issued on June 10th, highlighting the visit, along with photos from the week. And the information was also picked up tremendously by many of the Spanish language outlets, including Telemundo. Bridges to Parks hike. We had our hike at the Rip Van Winkle Bridge. This was a collaboration again between Rip Van Winkle, NYSBA, Olana Historic Site, and the Thomas Cole National Historic Site on June 1st. It was wonderful to connect people within these historic walks and to celebrate the 5th anniversary of the Hudson River Skywalk. We also visited Bannerman Island Gallery, where John Gold, a known painter that painted many of our bridges, and actually he painted all of our bridges on commission from NYSBA for the 50th anniversary of NYSBA. And they were showcasing his work, so some of us went to see his work. His son, because the painter passed, is collaborating with us for the B&B Centennial. He's going to be at the NYSBA conference, highlighting some of the work related to the Bear Mountain Bridge.
He paints bridges, he doesn't paint bridges.
They have been commissioning all these works. Bear Mountain Bridge Centennial, we are anticipating our second pop-up shop, as well as other Centennial-related events this year. Additionally, new Centennial themed banners on display at the B&B are sponsored by the New York Stewart International Airport. The Hudson River Skywalk, we are in the process of replacing the old weather skywalk themed banners at the Rip Van Winkle Bridge. They help to set the scene for people who are coming to visit the bridge and the two adjacent historic sites that the bridge connects to. We're also working on replacing certain pedestrian signs on the east end of the bridge to better direct walkers, hikers to the Olana Trail system.
That's September, right? Skywalk Festival?
Yes. In terms of grants, we are, NYSBA is submitting funding requests through FEMA for Security Grant Program. This year, the program focuses on improving cybersecurity and the safety of soft targets in crowded places. So we are submitting several different projects, such as the Uber Beacon peer detection, camera equipment, data sync software, and recovery and monitoring software. We are also applying for a strengthening mobility and revolutionizing transportation grant through USDOT. The goal is to receive grant funding to help offset the cost of the Mid-Hudson Bridge sidewalk detection system, a project that is included in our capital project. In terms of contracts, today, we are gonna talk about, Jeff Weiss is gonna talk about the debt collection service contract related to tolls by mail. In terms of finance, the traffic in Maine consisted of 5.8 million vehicle crossings. This is 0.15% more than 2023, the highest of the past 5 years, which is excellent. This traffic consisted of 2.5 million Easy Pass utilization of over 87.3%, and it consisted of close to 94% passenger and another 6% commercial vehicles. In terms of the revenue, in the month of April, we had $6.5 million, of which 89% was Easy Pass, 4% tolls by mail, 6% fines and fees, and that's that. In terms of activities to report to the board, I don't have anything to report. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Questions for Minoska?
The
Okay,
comment, Port
Sure.
Security Grant is really great use of, it's a really great use of the grant for applying for the peer protection.
Yes,
What a
yes.
timing,
yeah.
and what a smart idea that you guys jumped on.
Thank you to Danielle.
Yeah. I mean, it's exactly what that grant is for.
And I believe, Danielle, IT support and, engineering support, Danielle's, you know,
I really hope you.
joint effort, yeah, great.
Us too. I put in last year for it too.
Was it peer detection last year too?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
what,
just keep putting in for it, keep putting in, but they set their priorities and this year their priorities are cybersecurity and, like drone detection, so we're putting in for those too, but we just hope one of these years they'll finally award it.
Yeah,
we
We're
want-
I
finally
feel like
moving
yours are
forward.
being taken more seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're gonna wear them out. At some point, they'll be like,
persistent.
Get them something.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you get a debrief when you don't get, do you ask for a
We
debrief?
asked for one.
Okay,
Yeah, and the feedback has always been, it just hasn't been the priorities. And the pot of money keeps shrinking.
yeah,
So we just, if we align with their priorities, we typically win the award. So we've gotten the cybersecurity grants in the past, but they tell us, keep trying.
right.
We're going, we keep trying.
Okay, good, good. All right. Next up on the agenda, we have no items in administration, but we have engineering and maintenance. Jeff Wright, first up is the Hudson Valley Bridge Standby Readiness Contract increase. Jeff?
Morning, all. During the 2023 maintenance inspection, Majeski and Masters found some deterioration at the connection of the Rinaldi Boulevard Bridge to the Railroad Arch at the east end of the Mid-Hudson Bridge. In September, the board approved Majeski and Masters to develop plans for the repairs. They have been doing that, and Hudson Valley Bridge, our emergency contractor, has installed temporary supports. We are estimating about $500,000 will be required to do the actual repair work later this year. So we are nearly exhausted from our current funds for emergency and priority repairs, and we have an excess of funds that were allocated by the board for AET projects in the amount of $814,812.46. And we'd like to have the board issue those now for this repair work and also for unspecified projects that may come up as emergency projects.
Questions, comments from the board members? Okay, do I have a motion to approve and adopt the resolution?
So moved.
Thank you, Michael. Do I have a second? Thank you, Lanny. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni.
Aye.
Alex Berardi.
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert.
Aye.
Michael O'Brien.
Aye.
And I vote in the affirmative. The resolution is approved and adopted. Next up, the system-wide green energy development consultant contract increase.
Right, so late in 2020, the board approved Earthkind Energy as our green energy consultant for a 3-year term with 2 one-year additional term options. We started out with a not to exceed fee of $30,000, which has been exhausted. We've also utilized supplemental agreements in not to exceed fees of $48,242.31. Earthkind has done some minor work recently for us. We'd like the board to approve an additional $30,000 that would be utilized for work in the future in case something comes up. We've utilized them for EV charging and EV development for our meeting the governor's goals. So if the board could approve an additional $30,000, and that would we'd only be coming back to the board for any supplemental agreements that would be used out of that.
Questions, comments from the board? Okay, do I have a motion to approve and adopt the resolution?
So moved.
Thank you, Michael. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second,
Thank you, Maria. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. The resolution is approved and adopted. Next up, the Jobs in Progress Monthly Report.
Great, so first up, the Bear Mounting painting job. The contractor has completed work at the East Tower and is now doing scaffolding work on the West Tower. We're working around the osprey nest on the top of the tower at this point in time. So they're making good progress. They're on budget and on schedule for that project. The painting project at the Kingston Rhinecliff Bridge girder approaches is well underway with scaffolding fully installed on the west side, and contractor continues installing scaffolding on the east side. Blasting and painting operations are going to be starting very shortly, either by the end of this week or early next week. So that project is moving forward on schedule. The other project that's underway is the system-wide steel repair project. The only work left on that is at the walkway on the Hudson. Piasecki, the contractor, continues working over there, and they, again, are on schedule and on budget to complete that job by the end of the year. And that's all I have to report right now.
Questions, comments from the board?
Great job.
All right. Do I have a motion to approve and adopt the monthly Jobs in Progress Report?
So moved.
Thank you, Alex. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Michael. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
Aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. The resolution is approved and adopted. Next up, Financial Brian, Monthly Investment Report.
Thank you. There were 11 investments in the month of May. Those are reflected in the investment inventory report. The maintenance reserve fund stands at $16.9 million available to support the capital program. Interest income and yield, it declined a little bit because it's 30-day months. The prior month was 31-day month, but our yield increased, a fraction of percent. We're still doing very well. We continue to go and earn over $500,000 a month in investment income.
That's great. All right, questions, comments?
Hope it doesn't.
That's a good comment. Do I have a motion to approve and adopt the monthly investment report?
So moved.
Thank you, Alex. I'll call the vote. Oh, do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Lanny. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
Aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. The monthly investment report is approved and adopted. Next up, the maintenance reserve fund balance determination. Brian?
As discussed in committee, the maintenance reserve fund balance determination is required annually. This year, the balance determination increases due to the Bear Mountain Bridge deck project rolling into the 3-year window.
Questions, comments? Okay, do I have a motion to approve and adopt the maintenance reserve fund? Thank you, Maria. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Lanny. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
Aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. The determination is approved. Next up, the engagement letter.
Okay, again, as discussed in committee, the engagement letter for independent accountant services for a balance of $19,400 associated with the activities indicated in the letter.
Questions, comment? Chair of the Finance Committee, would you like to make a motion?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, so moved.
All right, do I have a second?
Second,
Thank you, Maria. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. The resolution is approved and adopted. Next up is the engagement letter for the audit plan. Brian?
The engagement letter for the internal control systems auditor and their associate audit plan, that's 20,500, was also discussed, reviewed, and approved in the audit committee and voted to the board. for approval.
Alex, would you like to make a
Thank
motion?
you, Joe. I would like to make a motion.
Okay, second? Got a second?
Second.
Thank you, Michael. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
Aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. Next up is the quarterly operations report, which requires no votes.
Again, as discussed in committee, we're doing fairly well. Expenses are a little up for previously indicated reasons, and it's, as of the first quarter, still very early to see where the year will fall out.
Okay, thank you, Brian. We have no items for IT, no items for bridge operations, nothing from the command center. So we'll go to electronic tolling and toll audit. Jeff Weiss, first the IVTTA membership renewal.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning, Commissioners. Yes, so we have received the invoice for our membership dues for the year 2024 from the IVTTA. The dues is based on each member's toll revenue for the prior fiscal year. Based on the authority's toll revenue for 2023, this year's membership for 2024 is $32,000. That is an increase of $1,264 from the prior year. The IVTTA continues to provide us access to industry experts and data, coordinating valuable resources and facilitating national interoperability efforts. And the authority participates in this work by advancing IVTTA without direct input and participation.
Questions, comments from the board? Okay, do I have a motion to approve and adopt the membership approval?
So moved.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Lanny. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
Aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. The membership renewal is approved. Next up is the award of contract for debt collection services related to toll buying mail.
Very
past due amounts. Very exciting.
Yes.
Okay, Jeff,
Seriously.
Jeff,
Yes.
go ahead.
Difficult area, and you've done a great job with this.
Thank you. Wow. So on July 21st, 2023, the authority jointly issued a publicly advertised request for proposals with the New York State Thruway Authority for experienced and qualified firms to provide collection services for the authority's debt and past due amounts for tolls by customers. In response to the RFP, we received 13 proposals from qualified companies. And in collaboration with the Thruway, we reevaluated and scored all the proposals based on a set of criteria that was established in the RFP and is detailed in the packet. Applying the weights to the evaluation scores, Transworld Systems, Inc., or TSI, was ranked the highest proposal. TSI has over 50 years of collection experience with public sector contracts, including tolling authorities such as the New York MTA, North Carolina Turnpike Authority, and Pennsylvania Turnpike Authority. They have proposed a fee of 9.9% on all revenue collected by TSI and an 8.9% fee on all debt collected by the New York Customer Service Center. That would be if a customer calls the CSC and says, I'm in collections, but I want to pay you right now. They take that payment, but because it was due to work performed by the collection agency, such as sending letters and making phone calls, they do get a cut, albeit a smaller amount. I want to note that they only receive payment based on amounts collected. And the expected cost to the authority for the initial 2-year contract is not to exceed $350,000, and we are asking for your authorization to award the contract to TSI for an initial 2-year agreement, the option to renew for 3 additional 1-year terms. I will come back upon those terms, those options rather. I'll seek your approval.
Questions, comments from the board?
Is it $9.90 for credit card?
That's
Everything
all
they
in.
do. So on the 8.9, we pay credit card, so we almost would rather have to do it.
Well, we pay last, that we pay the collection agency last, all in for both.
Yeah.
We're not paying that credit card fee. We're paying the credit card fee to the CSC.
Got it.
Right?
Yep.
And so
Because credit card fee directly for anything in violation status.
Roger.
It's better if they do it.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. It feels very full circle, but
Yeah.
how long ago did this all begin? This felt like, I'm sure there are other pieces, but this felt like a big last piece.
the transition, I'm sure will have its moments, but yeah, no, great.
Transition's gonna be a little bit.
Yeah.
So we ultimately get approximately 90% of the debt.
I'm sorry, say that again.
We receive approximately 90%.
So we 100%, we pay the bill for the, whatever we cut at their percentage.
Right, okay.
Whether it's paid directly to them, whether the patron pays the service center or pays us direct, or pays them directly, we would go and turn around and pay this contract.
Right. But ultimately, in our coffers, will be receiving for approximately 90%. That is what the debt is.
Yes.
Very good.
And we don't pay them until we get.
It's received, right?
Right.
Excellent.
100, we always collect.
Get
the
100%, but,
Totals are collected
Right.
first and foremost. fee
and then we
comes
pay
second.
the fees.
Yep. Other questions, comments? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve and adopt the contract award?
So moved.
Thank you, Michael. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Lanny. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
Aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. The resolution is approved and adopted. We have no media and public information items. We have no presentations. Any old business from the board? New business for the board? I would like to request that the board go into executive session. Do I have a motion to go into executive session
So
to
moved.
discuss the pending litigation?
One question, and just in terms of, procedure, will we be coming out of executive session to close the meeting, or can we say that we're going to close the meeting at the end of the executive session and not have to come out of,
We have to come back.
have to come back.
Just because the secretary is not going to be here to take the
Right.
minutes of that.
Yep.
session.
Do I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Thank you, Alex. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Lanny. I'll call the vote. Maria Bruni,
Aye.
Alex Berardi,
Aye.
Lanny Gilbert,
Aye.
Michael O'Brien,
Aye.
and I vote in the affirmative. I would like the following staff to stay: Minoshka, Lauren, Kevin, Jeff Wright, Jeff Weiss, Brian, and Danielle. Everyone else can Thank you. I'm Joan McDonald, the Chair of the New York State Bridge Authority. We went into executive session at 10:09. We came out of executive session at 11:02. Is there any other business that the Bridge Authority Board members wish to discuss at this time?
No.
Okay, hearing none. Our next meeting is scheduled for July 18th, our regular monthly board meeting. Do I have a motion to adjourn today's meeting?
So moved.
Thank you, Alex. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Maria. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, today's meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Happy July 4th.
Happy July